Alright, we're back. Hopefully, this works a whole lot better. I have adjusted some settings in regards to the output. I hope it's not a seriously big drop off compared to what we were seeing yesterday. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be, but if there's any time to experiment with it, it's during a game like this. No slight to Penn State or to Ole Miss, but I gotta get this right before we resume. So I guess we'll just pick it up from here. Again, I apologize for for the for the very rough stream before. Hopefully this is all better now. So Commissioner, you're here with me, right?
Yep.
All right, bet. I'll just we're I'm gonna give the officials the green light to continue this game, and we're gonna get this thing going once more. And that one. Okay, here we go. All right, refs. Yeah, come here. All right, I think we're good. We're gonna see how this goes. Tell the boys they're able to play on. Thank you. All right, here we go. We're back. And hopefully this now works much better compared to before. As I will now push updates out to where they need to go. And if you could, please take over. If you could.
All right. Let's stay on the move here. Well, driving it down the inside, and he gets up for two. Let's stay still down by 10, but a good run here. Oh, now collection there, but the Rebels get the ball back. Now trying to pass to the inside. Once again, fight for the ball. The Rebels still come up with it. That's to the inside. Trying to get two to go. Instead, no. It is recovered by Penn State. The Nittany Lions once again trying to cut down his double-digit lead. Passing inside. Foul is called. No and one opportunity, but it's a foul on Brent Mediger.
And just a little update for you from what I am seeing. It's like it's running better, but it's also at some points you can see that some things are affected. So at the very least, it is watchable right now. So good news there.
Corbin Green knocks down the first free throw and cuts his lead down to 9. 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and basically 30 seconds remaining in the first half here. Green knocks down the second one. Now the lead's down to 8. Full court defense here by Penn State, trying to put the pressure on the Rebels. It slices through, but instead nearly turned over. And instead it's out of bounds on Penn State as we see Coach Caleb Webb on the side. Or that's not supposed to be Webb, that's supposed to be Bobby Knox. Deep two goes for Penn for Ole Miss. On the move is the Nittany Lions. Still down by 10. They need something big here. Pass it to the inside near the paint. And he gets it in for two with a jumper. That was Lucius Hayden.
Okay.
A two goes for Ole Miss.
All right. Yeah, I'm just in a weird situation where I think I'll take a back seat for commentary. I'll do it here and there. Mostly, I'm just going to be observing how the quality comes through the feed for people. So, but I will chip in here and there. I got you.
Hook shot went in for Penn State. They cut the lead back down to 8, but it seems like both either back and forth here. Deep two does not go for Ole Miss. And now Penn State had a chance to build a run with 3 minutes left in the half. And it's a reach and foul on Jamie Mitchell. Pass to the inside, hook shot, does not go. Missed opportunity for 2 points there for Penn State. Well, the Rebels look to try and get this lead back to double digits here. And instead, it's a strip away. Vinny Lyons on the move. Passing it to the inside. Finding the contact, no. Coming up short. And the Rebels get to eat into this clock a little bit more. Over to the corner. Passing across the court. It's deflected. Pass it to the paint. Good find, no foul. But it's no points for Penn State. Trying to pass it to the inside. Rebels gets 2 to go. Mediger with 2 more.
Mediger's been kind of quiet from what I've seen, but at the very least, he is shooting 75% on the shots that he has taken so far.
To the inside here. No again for the Penn State. They are starting to become cold once again. Ole Miss with a run, partner. And I believe the reason why Penn State's missing so much, maybe down to inexperience. Big drive towards the bucket, but nothing there. And now Penn State is now an advantage on a 4-on-5. But now it's back to full strength.
Notice that Penn State is playing at a slower pace compared to what Reeves was doing. It's a kind of an athletic finish right there.
Yeah, Duckworth is wanting to kind of slow down the pace here. It's got to be more just figure out where you want to go with the ball instead of trying to quickly get to the bucket. Ole Miss now with less than a minute to go. 20 on the shot clock here. Trying to fight for it. And it gets 2 to go. Nice jumper there. 45 seconds left. Shot clock is still on. Penn State trying to eat into this lead before halftime. Top of the key now looking to drive in up the screen. So it has to reset. Back to the top of the key. 3, 2, no. It was a deep 2 as this throw was on the line, but it was nothing in the end. And now Ole Miss looks to increase their lead. Shot clock is off. Nearly turned over. Foul is drawn. And it's on Penn State.
It's on Jared York there, as I believe that is Bates that tried to go up with that one. No, a lot of changes here. Fresh legs for the last 17 and a half seconds. No, sorry, that's not Bates. That's Ty Fields.
Yep, that feels the freshman. Hatfield sitting 6'9", 217, and he is playing from his home state of Mississippi.
I respect those that stay home and try to become someone and become a star, you know, by staying home and by believing in giving back to wherever they grew up from. Oh wow, coast to coast.
There, and that's 2 more points. They're trying to eat into this lead. 7 seconds. This has 1 shot. They're trying to do something here.
That was crazy. Although that shot was crazy, I barely heard you on that commentary for the last like 5 seconds. You cut out like crazy. Looks like we're both dealing with technical difficulties of some sort.
I think it's because I was being too loud. I think it just cut out my audio.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Discord has a tendency to do that unless you use your settings.
Yeah. Discord a no for that. That was quite the buzzer beater, though, from the SeatGeek logo. Durham Parish wanting everybody to remember that we have a code, an affiliate code with them. Use Legends NCAAF for $20 off your first purchase for any ticket for any event on SeatGeek. Just like for this game, potentially, when you see Brant Mediger hitting and ones over 7'3" big men.
Okay, partner, now you could be able to hear me even by any voice necessary.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that sounds so much better.
Ole Miss is at the foul line now as they increase this lead back to 16. Penn State's got to do something here on offense. And Ole Miss has gotten a big run here. Full court defense now for the Rebels. Penn State trying to fight through it. Big try to the bucket. Oh, but it's off the side of the backboard.
Yikes. I'm not really liking Penn State's style of play right now. It seems like they play a bit too slow, but maybe they're just getting uncomfortable by this Ole Miss team.
Oh, big rebound there, and it forces a foul. As I look at my cheat sheet here, and that is on Tom Burton.
True freshman Tom Burton. Wrong place, wrong time. Ufo-Chukwu, the big man, again transferred from Boise State, now assuming a big role as the starting center here in Oxford.
And both free throws go. Ole Miss now nearly with a 20-point lead, currently at 18. Penn State, big run, and an in-one opportunity.
That was Nelson Donnelly. Fearless take, coast to coast.
Well, what a play, and now a three-point opportunity to cut this lead down to 15. And he gets the three-point play. What a drive there.
No, it was a great drive, but they're going to need more than that, like a strip and steal.
Nearly a three-pointer, but it's off the back of the rim. A missed opportunity for Penn State to put more points up, and now the Rebels can now take advantage of the missed opportunity for Penn State. Playing in the corner now, going to hook it over to the other side. Good shot there, but it's missed.
That's more of a bad shot just because of how that left his hand, but, I mean, when you're settling for a contested jumper, the problem is, you know, it's a risky bet.
Another miss there off the back of the rim. I know it's a big mistake there by Ole Miss as he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, kind of a boneheaded move there, but in all honesty, Ole Miss can afford something like that right now. Oh, no way.
Three ball from the SeatGeek logo, no.
From the SeatGeek logo, fading back. Goodness.
Fight to the inside, fade, two goes.
Big ol' Ansel Downing. He's going to be relied on to be the locker room leader just because of how long he's been in this program.
Looking for maybe a corner shot here and maybe looking for the wing. Goes to the corner, three ball. Bang!
Hey, Nelson Donnelly's turning up. I like how he's playing in this game.
Massive three for Penn State. That's a must-needed three. But how does Ole Miss answer to that?
They're going to try for one of their own, it looks like.
Corner three. Bang! Beautiful answer by the Rebels.
Duran Parrish. That guy got a strap. High screen. Look at this.
Oh, but it's covered off. Deep three does not go.
Barely any help from his teammates there and no off-ball movement, so he decided, all right, why not YOLO?
Oh, foul is drawn and one opportunity, but Nelson Donnelly is called with the foul.
Again, one of those situations where he's in an unfortunate position at the wrong time, but at the very least, that's only his first foul of the game.
Partner, I will say this real quick. The way I'm seeing this game playing out, Ole Miss is playing the game of what you can do, I can do better.
Oh, indeed. And they're doing it at a very successful rate. I'm impressed with what I've seen so far from guys not named Brant Mediger. Although I think you cleaned the free throw shooting up a bit more, and you could look at a sneaky dark horse. But you know, still early on, just preseason.
And to reset there as he tries to throw it out to the wing now. towards the inside, trying to go towards the paint. Fade 2 does not go and can't get the rebound as the Rebels take over.
Again, just settling for less than ideal shots. Not the way to go against an Ole Miss team that clearly has some leverage to their defense.
Try to do an inside score in there off the jumper, but it does not play out there. And here goes the Nittany Lions trying to drive it inside and still trying to drive it inside. Good fight for 2, and he gets it to go.
Kobe Knox just took it into his own hands that time around. He was successful. Got it enough separation on his defender to hit a nice little mid-range.
Fade 2 deep, no.
That was definitely a interesting shot attempt from Ufo-Chukwu. Would have been surprised if he hit that. Oh, 3 ball.
Off the wing, 3 ball does not go, but a foul is called off the 3-point shot, and he's going to go to the line for 3 shots there. Let's see it.
Kinda, sorta. He probably smacked him.
I can kind of see it because he may have made contact with the arm on his way down.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's verbatim in the rules. You cannot lay a finger on a player as he's going through his entire shot motion, and it ends as soon as his hands. How do I say it best? Return back down.
First one goes.
This Nelson Donnelly kid has got a lot of upside to him. I'm excited for what he can do going forward for Penn State.
12 minutes left, and all 3 gets hit for Penn State. Lead is down to 13. Still plenty of time to try and eat down this lead. With a struggle here as Penn State strips them. Foul is called and 1.
How about that? Little teamwork right there. Cookies, hand it off to your grad transfer from Grand Canyon, and them boys know how to rile up a crowd, how to get them on their feet.
What a play by the Nittany Lions. And he gets the 3 points to go.
The separation is starting to dwindle down. Penn State inching closer and closer back to level ground with Ole Miss.
A 10-point lead, still plenty of time left. Let's see if Ole Miss can try and increase this lead once again, but it's going to be a little bit of a struggle here. Reset for Ole Miss. Screen is set. Looking to drive inside, but instead he's doubled up. Trying to pass on the inside to the corner for 3. Bang!
You know, Penn State did just about everything right up until the last moment. They fell asleep on Parrish, who was just sitting in the corner, and he had that wide open look. He's been hitting those so far today.
Trying to play it off the back, now to the wing, back to the inside. Fade 2, and it goes.
Mr. Achman Bohannon, the former Gator. That's a guy, again, that the Nittany Lions will want to see a whole lot out of.
Trying to drive it inside now, doubled up, now has to reset. 3 ball from deep, no. Good rebound, though, and he gets the putback to go.
Again, Ansel Downing is one of those players that you don't necessarily expect to be all that impressive on the boards, but it's just a sheer determination and will. 3 ball.
Oh, but it's absolutely bricked, and it's back to Ole Miss ball. Penn State literally did everything right, partner, but Ole Miss is still keeping it within the same distance as him. Oh, that ball's turned over as he was getting a little bit too ambitious with the passing here. Fight for the inside for 2, no, but it's fouled.
So Ty Fields picked up that foul right there, and Ty Fields is listed, you said, at 6'9". Achman Bohannon is 7'3". Look, Ty Fields is a big dude, don't get me wrong, but Achman Bohannon is simply put a giant.
Now Bohannon. Oh, but he misses his first shot. That's a bad miss there.
You need to get all the points that you can possibly get. You have 10 minutes left. It's now a 12-point game, and it's just one of those things. How do you handle pressure? at the free throw line, that's a big indicator. So he's got to take advantage of those opportunities because it's not going to get any easier than that.
Trying to play doubled-up defense here, but instead throw to the corner. Wide open for three. Oh, but it's off the back of the rim. But it's a slammer.
I'm surprised Mediger didn't hit that from the corner. It's been a sweet spot for Ole Miss, but there were multiple defensive lapses for Penn State, leaving Ufochukwu by himself underneath the rim. Not great.
Big screen, but it doesn't pay off there. It was a good fight for the middle, but they come up short, and once again, Ole Miss on the move. Back to the side, now back to it. Deep two, does not go, but it's rebounded once again. Oh, but it's blocked.
I don't think it got blocked, but if it got blocked by anything, it was by the rim itself.
Corner three, does not go. Good rebound, though, and it's blocked.
Yep, that time that was blocked. Yep. Gosh. That was a swat.
As of the inside, jumper for two goes. Ole Miss still eating up this lead, and they are just increasing it by every play. Penn State is losing opportunities every single time they come to this side of the rim. Trying to pass it there. Oh, but it gets blocked.
You know,
good Lord.
Oh, man, talk about getting read like a Harry Potter novel, man. Right down to the shot itself. That's outrageous.
500 pages, and yet can only read it all. But it's a three from deep for Ole Miss.
Now Ole Miss is cooking. They finally figured out Penn State's offensive adjustments and are now turning up the heat.
Timeout, Penn State.
It's starting to become a spanking. This is a 21-point difference now. Oh, sorry, 19-point difference. Excuse me. Yikes. Well, for my lack of commentary from earlier, I'd like to take a little bit of time to just talk about what I have personally seen and maybe what you guys are not seeing, more of. In my honest opinion, when it comes to this Penn State team, I understand the willingness to play a bit slower and try to play to your strength, which are your big men. Bohannon and York are your best players. But Nelson Donnelly has shown the capability of being able to speed the game up and to do it effectively enough. And another issue is that the bench isn't necessarily all that great. The only guy that I personally rely on is Lucius Hayden, maybe Koat Keat Tong. But besides that, Ole Miss has been able to dictate this game on their own terms.
Two points for Penn State goes. It's now Ole Miss. 8 minutes left. We're just reaching halfway in the second half. Ole Miss still trying to eat in this clock. But now, having to reset here in the wing. Oh, but the ball gets away. And it's knocked away by Penn State, and so it'll be still Ole Miss's ball. But so much time off the shot clock was eaten up there, partner.
Indeed it was. And Penn State actually had a rather decent defensive possession there, at least throughout this current one, making Ole Miss think once or twice about what to do. But let's see what they do here.
Passing it in. Deep two does not go. They tried to get it off way early, but instead it's a little bit of a rush shot there.
See what they can do here, though. This is Tom Burton, I believe.
Over to the corner, but having to reset to the wing. Passing it inside, finding it through. A lot of contact, but no foul. And they come up short again.
Again, I just feel like slowing things down, even by trying to get it down low, you slow it down to the point that Ole Miss can settle in defensively and be able to react.
And so they immediately know what you're doing just by slowing down the pace. Three ball from the corner. Oh, but it's off the brick.
A little bit off to the right side based on where that shot came from.
And State has the opportunity to try and eat down this lead. They're going to the corner. They're going to pass inside, though. And a nice shot there to cut the lead.
And see, that time the slow play actually kind of worked out with York, and it was a good pass inside, right to the shoulder that was free. And I don't know what Ole Miss is doing here. That's outrageous.
Jeez. Tries to pass inside, completely misses the alley-oop, and then gets blocked.
Yeah, and they somehow still have the ball, so they can redeem themselves.
20 seconds left on the shot clock here. Now 15. And to reset here. They're not going to have much time here, partner. 10 seconds. 3-ball from the wing. No. But it's rebounded, though. And the putback doesn't go. Ole Miss is in the slump.
Ole Miss may be in a slump, but one thing that concerns me about Penn State is the fact that they're giving up a whole bunch of offensive rebounds. Yet they're the team that's supposed to be playing bigger than them.
Oh my goodness, Ole Miss. Aggressive defense trying to box them in with two different players. And now a full reset here. But now 3 bodies around, and there is no chance you were going to get that in.
Yikes. Yikes. Barely any off-ball movement and settling for a shot like that. That's not winning basketball.
3-ball for the corner. Goes!
And finally, Brant Mediger hit something from 3.
And Ole Miss continuing to put the score up. Crazy. 18 now. Still haven't reached 20 yet in this game. 5 minutes to go. Penn State's got to do something right here, right now. To the other wing.
Get some more off-ball movement going. You guys are standing like statues.
2-ball does not go. It was a deep 2. And now Ole Miss can start eating away this clock even more. To the top of the key here. Passing it inside. Foul is drawn.
I think that was on York. Indeed it was.
Jeez.
I've been super impressed with Ole Miss's front court today. Ufo has been getting a bunch of offensive boards, and Ty Fields has definitely been holding his own as well against a front court that is just bigger than them. I did not see this happening.
First one went for Ole Miss, and now here comes the second one to make this partner officially a 20-point lead.
Man, look, I like some of the players here on Penn State, but right now, whatever this is that they're doing is just not working.
Ole Miss now trying to just put the final chapter in the book away, and they get 2 more on the board.
Ansel Downing, bro, that's something else. He had 2 defenders right around him, and somehow he was able to get 2 points off that.
Fade 2 does not go.
This line squad just needs so much work in regards to their strategy.
3-ball. Bang.
Well, it is Woo Wednesday after all. So to quote
Timeout Penn State.
So to quote Pop Smoke, when it rains, it pours.
Unbelievable.
This has been utter domination by Ole Miss. I mean, at the very least, this is a preseason game, so this is good for this to happen now for Penn State, because you don't want to be tricked into thinking that this how do I say it? This strategy implemented by Duckworth is going to work for the upcoming season. Because in the Big Ten, if this isn't working against Ole Miss, who you are bigger than on average, if you think this is going to work in the Big Ten, you done lost your mind. So they got to get right, and they got to get right quick.
Yeah, they have to fix up their offense. It's the pace of the offense that's their biggest issue. And I mean, that's pretty obvious so far. 3 ball goes.
Yeah, the pace of the offense is just horrid. You've got talent like Nelson Donnelly, Achman Bohannon, and Jared York, and you play that slow? And Kobe Knox, too, by the way. Kobe Knox is actually kind of underrated.
3 minutes left. The fans are already chanting to warm up the bus. Oh my goodness, that was rejected.
That ball was sent back to Happy Valley. You know what I mean?
My goodness.
I'll tell you what, Ole Miss has been great from the 3-point range. They've been great today.
They have been. Now Penn State looks to try and at least keep this game looking competitive here, and does not go.
It's just sad to see that Penn State has been struggling from inside the paint. And again, I'll say it again. They are the bigger team.
Ole Miss with another miss here as here come the Nittany Lions once again. Going to the corner here, going to try and pass inside. Jumper for 2, goes. Cuts the lead down to 20.
I consider it an accomplishment if Penn State scores over 60 points, considering how this day has been for them on the offensive end.
Partner, with 2 minutes left to go, I wanted to ask this real quick. What is your opinion on where these two teams might end up tournament-wise or even throughout the season?
Penn State at the best is going to be a bubble team in March. There is some talent on this squad, but they're undercooked. And if they're going to be playing through their front court, they got to be playing much better than whatever that is. You know, that just sums up this game real well for them. And in the Big Ten, they're going to struggle. I think they'll do well enough to be considered, a bubble team. That's a snipe. But, again, they got a lot to clean up. And at the very least, there are pieces of the future that they can start to build around. Problem is that majority of their contributors otherwise are only here for a year. So this is something that Duckworth is going to need to use to just figure out what the style of play has to be at Penn State for it to thrive. Now for Ole Miss, and one, Lord. Now for Ole Miss, they're looking great here, but to temper your expectations, Rebels fans. You know, you're playing against Penn State, not Penn State of last year. This version of Penn State. And they play bigger than what they look like, which is a good thing, and it could very well work in the SEC. SEC isn't an overly big conference. I think the only team that is like humongous in that respect is Auburn. The rest, or I guess Missouri too. Auburn and Missouri, but the rest you can definitely how do I say it, play well against. Oh jeez, you went for a big dunk. And for the Rebels, also a bubble team in my opinion, maybe closer to at-large contention, but I really don't know. Oh goodness. But yeah, I mean, it's good for Ole Miss to look like this, especially for their case, to have a guy like Brant Mediger on their team. Great leader. He knows what it takes to win, so they have that upper hand. But for Penn State, man, gosh, they need so much work. Ole Miss needs a lot of work too, but at the very least, the pieces are in place in terms of the strategical aspect of things to be able to play well and maybe get a sneaky win against a top team. For Penn State, I just do not see it right now.
Well, that's some good analogy there, partner, as the shot clock is off. For the Rebels, it is a dominant victory. And the coach Knox has got to be very impressed as they just tried to take a shot and Chase just got fouled.
That's disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. That's absolutely disrespectful.
That actually is disrespectful. Either way, partner, Bobby Knox has got to be happy with the team he has made up. His team mostly does consist of fifth-year seniors. But when you got three freshmen looking to see if he can be part of a team that can have a bright future, I'd say he picked up a really good place to be in. But partner, here tonight, it's a big win for Ole Miss as they take home the W heading into the season as they take down Penn State.
In a big way, too. So, yeah, I agree with your assessment with Knox and how he's viewing this team. It's a good squad that can definitely compete. Could get a sneaky win here or there. We'll see how many of them they are able to get, but at the very least, we know they're gonna bring that effort night in, night out, at least from what it seems, because they definitely brought it today. So, yeah, I'm definitely, I'm a little bit, optimistic about Ole Miss's future. Just hope at the very least it's not like Webb, where he just dipped after a year and didn't tell anyone. But it is what it is, folks. With that said, thankfully the second part of this stream ran a lot smoother, and I'm gonna make another tweak. And hopefully that tweak, first of all, ups the frames just a little bit better, because I do hope for a little bit of a smoother run rate. And after that, we are going to be right back with Colorado versus preseason number 11, Wisconsin. That should be a fun one. But we'll be right back.
Absolutely.